It's time for the finals. Johanne Defay taking on Caitlin Simmers for their chance to ring the bell for the first time in their careers. Brand new champs on the men and women's side. 40 minutes already ticking away, scored on their top two, and a chance to be cemented in history as a legend. Big one for Cole just to get past the midseason cut. He's moving close to the top 10 now.
Wow.
When he kicked off with the rankings 26 in the world before the event started here at Bell's. Watching Caitlin Simmers now get the first wave of the final. Going down, an awkward slip.
This is Joanne's first wave.
Yes, this is JoJo's first wave, and she got the really nice first carve in there. That's where all the points came from, but unfortunately...
Mitch ready for a final coming up next. Back into live action. Johanne Defay looking smooth once again on this sharp eye. Finds the whitewater again. Nice rhythm over the top of the whitewater. Might be able to fit in one more. She gets bumped off her board on the finish. She did have her opening ride ridden during the catch-up with Griffith.
If she'd been able to push off the bottom and get into that lip, that would have been a lot higher, that wave. And this was her second wave. So smaller on the inside, just wanting to put the pressure on. This wave came in at a 4.67, so better than her first, just based off the flow and the connectivity, but also just wasn't able to convert this last turn. So left points on the board there. So, she already could have a couple of, near sixes, I would say. But she's putting the pressure on Katie. Katie needs a 7.17 at the moment.
You can also just see with the scale, the advantage of being on a set wave on a section with some power can gain a lot of points even on just one connection.
Oh, definitely. I think it's just a clear distinction.
Here we go. Maybe wiping one off right now. A lot of foam on the face of this one. Johanne Defay pretty deep now.
Oh.
So a ton of downtime. Going a long way. She might as well commit now. Whoop, she decides to kick out. So a long way just for an exit. These guys are absolute legends, all led by the great CEO, Brooke Ferris. I love surfing with Brooke. She's as core as it gets. A longtime ripper from WA.
Yeah, my backyard.
And great junior career. Just so passionate about surfing on every level. As we look at the rhythm of Katie Simmers, an important ride for the Californian to get some momentum in this heat. Look at the speed she has on that surfboard built by Chris Borst. And nice placement of the snap. Little bit of wave left, and she'll just enjoy every little bit of it. You're on tour. Enjoy the ride on the Red Bull ski.
Hit the reef, and as we see Katie's replay, just screaming down the line. This is her first proper wave to unload on. Goes a bit flat at the start, and then it stands up here. A lot of lump on this wave, but she swoops through, just trying to get something on the board to catch up to Johanne and not let her run away with this. It's a fun little finish in here, but nothing too crazy. So this was a 3.87. Back out there to try get a wave that gives her a bit more opportunity.
Yeah, probably tough to hear a 3.87 after such a long ride, after you've been waiting for working hard in the middle of a season. It's all part of it when you've got one of the best athletes on tour. Sometimes you make those adjustments in the middle of a competitive year, and those adjustments can take you to a world title. Great work there from the Borst team as we look at a snap from Johanne Defay. Good timing there. Wraps it in the pocket. Nice, clean, glassy section there. Carves her way through. Hits it through the whitewater and stays on her board with control.
Obviously I think she fell on one of her early waves, but this one here, you can just see that was a setup turn, but right now this wave starts to stand up, jabs it in the pocket there, comes around this section, just linking these maneuvers together really nicely. That carve there was strong and gets the finish. I just feel like she was a bit hesitant.
Totally, you're right. That finish has got her on the first and second one.
And the veterans, these women actually aren't that old. So, Joanne's got a lot to still give.
Important wave for Katie Simmers. Big section here, attacking it with a lot of power and authority.
Whoa.
All that speed put right into the best part of that section.
That was crazy.
So impressive. So I love the, getting creative here for Katie, just going, well, how can I get a 5, get back in this, and that's how you can do it. That's how you can get the judges to reward you.
Oh, it's like a fin throw to a lip line, and it's just so technical. So late she comes up here, but the timing was actually perfect. wow, it's like she went up to be more vertical and then changed into a lip line floater halfway through. And just to have all that compression, I mean, looking at that makes my knees sore, actually. She did really well to land that. That was really impressive. This is going to be, I think it's going to be a great score for this one maneuver. Yeah, she's being really smart right now.
Now forced to use priority. Defay now looking to better a 4.67.
Oh.
Nice clean top turn wrap. Places it in the pocket, starting to go flat on the open face. Her positioning with her maneuvers has been perfect throughout this event. Her wrap is just so clean. She has different gears with that forehand hook. And now she's got a little inside racetrack to belt off the lip. She stays on her feet. Class act is Johanne Defay.
She knew Katie could have got work done here, so just going down. It had a bit of wash on the face, but it was clean other than that, and she just ripped into that first turn, kicked the tail that little bit harder, and then up into the lip again. So the judges are going to love that combination, those first two turns on the outside. There was a lot of sort of sleepy time in between. This is going to be nervous times for Katie. You know, a 6.73 is totally doable, but she's going to need to find that clean face. She's taking off now. Let's see what she can do.
Katie Simmers, big section, snaps her way through it into a fun-looking part of the wave. Carves through that crease, and now it's opening up even further. Sets that rail again, little regroup, and now anticipates the oncoming section, rips her way through it. Putting it together with 3:15 on the clock, chasing a 6.73.
Oh, something different that the judges haven't seen.
So true.
Out here. But look how bumpy this was, but she got up there, and that was sick, that little tail flare into this carve, but kind of turned it into more of like a wrapping back into the pocket turn, and then unfortunately it just went a bit flat here. I was really hoping Katie was going to just be able to slam this end section, but didn't feel like she got to connect with it as good as that we've seen her and what we know she can do.
Phenom from California doesn't get the chance. Stepping into this one is Defay. It's going to shut down in front of her.
Oh, wow.
That leaves Katie with 20 seconds. And Simmers trying to put herself in a position. 15 seconds left in the final. Simmers takes off, needing a 5.5. Katie goes off the top. Big first turn. 5 seconds on the clock. This will be the last wave of the final. Simmers has to stay on her feet, S-ing her way into this inside track. Has a section to work with, hits it off the top and rides away.
Wow.
Whitaker celebrates with Gabe Garcia.
She took off, and that was a late takeoff. She had to scramble to get there, up into the lip there. The judges are going to love that. And then coming around this section, she just had to wait. And imagine the nerves. She heard the countdown buzzer go off right here, and she needed to do something big because it went pretty sleepy in between, but she gets to this inside, kicks the tail and holds on. You could tell she was just holding on.
Numbers locking in for Caitlin Simmers. She turns the final, a 6.67, and steals the bell off of Johanne Defay on the very last wave of the heat.
Holy, does it get more exciting than that?